we go. Hey.
Hey, mate, how are you? And look at this. I tried to prepare the set fast for you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for taking your time. I know it's late there.
Sorry.
You need to go to sleep soon. Could you? You're training. You are in a couple of weeks, ready to fight for championship. That's correct. You are going. So, ladies and gentlemen, here live from England, Tyler GOODJOHN, alias El Tornado. He's going to fight for the championship belt at BKFC 18 versus Luis Palomino. We don't know yet the day. It's on negotiations, the day and the location, correct?
Well, at the minute I'm hearing it's June 26th. I'm here in Hard Rock, Miami. So, yeah, I suppose being all going well with COVID and everything else, that's the date. But yeah, it's been known to change a bit with all the restrictions and everything else going on.
So you're flying soon to Miami, correct?
Yeah, I'm actually having to quarantine for 14 days in Puerto Rico to be able to then get into Miami. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an adventure. I'm going to have to train for 2 weeks by myself in Puerto Rico, and then yeah, I'll be heading into America that way.
Yeah, and it's very interesting, and it is a pleasure to talk with you, my friend, because I'm from Mexico City, and my people, my fellows here in KAOS Boxing and Fitness, mostly are from Mexico, and we love combat sports. We love put the fist on people, and for people don't know you, you are undefeated in bare knuckle fights, because not just in BKFC, you in your own land and in England, UK, you compete in BKB.
Yeah,
and you retire in featherweight division. You give away the title because you said, okay, guys, I beat everyone here, so I'm sorry, I'm enjoying now the glory, and you give away your belt. And you take a little break, and now you decide to come and compete in BKFC, and the first fight was in BKFC 15 versus Charles Bennett, and you won. So that means you are undefeated.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's been quite a short career really in terms of bare knuckle, but I've been doing boxing altogether for about 20 years now. I started when I was 10 years old, so yeah, I was a professional boxer, glove boxer for 7 years, and then moved on to the bare knuckle. It was a little bit more exciting stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So you hold the Junior ABA National Amateur Boxing Championship, and after you are a British Professional Boxing Champion too.
Yeah, well, I had 69 amateur fights as a boxer, club boxer, and then I turned professional at 18. I won the English title. I fought for the WBC International. I had some really good boxing matches. And then actually I've done a podcast about I used to have to make 140 pounds as a glove boxer, which was mental really for my size. But yeah, I've done it. I took some risks, and I was talking about it on a podcast, and I actually got banned from professional boxing by the British Border Control. So yeah,
what was it? What was the reason? If you can tell us that little story, what was the reason you was banned?
Yeah, so it's just the last time I made 140 pounds, I cut a lot of weight. I used like saunas, salt baths, pretty traditional methods in combat sports. And I was talking about it on a podcast, and I got banned from boxing by the British Border Control. They just must have made an example of me. Thinking like I'm not really sure what to say really. To be fair, it's one of them things that everyone I've ever spoke to about it is just said, but everyone knows that happens in combat sport. So
exactly, it's not something new.
No. So it was. Yeah, I think I was just made an example of really more than anything.
Right, and of course when you was in BKB, so you did you fight many times, but the last two fights was one with Tyler and versus Tony Laferty, and you won the featherweight title versus Sean George, featherweight title. So
yeah,
what? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the Sean George fight was obviously the fight that was turned into the documentary on YouTube. Yeah, and that was a hell of a fight. If anyone's into fighting, yeah, that was a 7-round slugfest, bare knuckle.
Yeah. So how long take you to decide from be a glove boxer to make the transition to bare knuckle fight? Because of course, it's people don't know about bare knuckle fight is complete, like a no gloves. It's a fist complete. You protect only your wrist. Is this sport is growing up so crazy? Bare knuckle fighting in UK is very popular, but it's no completely legal as boxing, and same here in United States. But it's an old sport. It became from the pancrase before boxing exists. And how long take you decide to do this transition, and why?
Do you know what? It literally took me. I had a phone call with the promoter. He sort of talked me through it. I accepted it. That was April, and I fought early June. So yeah, a couple of months. So yeah, it was a pretty quick transition, and to be honest, it's the best way. I think the best way to describe doing bare knuckle is the more time you got to think about doing it, you won't do it. You'll talk yourself out of it. So you're best to just jump in 2-footed and just get that first bare knuckle fight done.
It's I believe it's like jump and the bungee jump. Yeah, when you go on the bungee, if you think too many times, it's like, oh no, that's too risky, too high. No, let's do it.
It's just, yeah. Do you know what I've always said, like, obviously I come from a boxing glove background. There's guys who come from MMA, sort of, kickboxing, Muay Thai, all the different backgrounds. It doesn't really matter what you come from. It's a bare knuckle boxer. Do you know what I mean? You have to, you're a bare knuckle fighter. I think a lot of it's up here, and it's a mentality thing more than anything. Your hands are,
exactly.
When you're in there, can you still be pumping that jab out when it's the size of a balloon? Do you know what I mean? It's it's a mental battle in there. It really is.
And yeah, and of course, and now you are here in the new organization here in the States. The president of the organization, David Feldman, signed you for BKFC, to his bare knuckle fight championship. You are going for your second fight with this organization, but you're a celebrity, mate. You're a celebrity. Everybody knows you. Everybody loves you. And one of the things is that people here are watching live, and you can see this guy leaning down with all the tattoos. He's a super nice guy. I was watching his documentary. You need to watch. We got that. We on a jump down. I want to talk with you about the documentary. The name is Unbroken, directed by Will Knott. But I hear you with my good friends and fellows and mates and gangster and Fighting Words podcast with Ian Street and Rob. They're amazing people, and I hear you speak with them. I see your podcast, and you are a nice person. Instead to you are in the combat sports, you are one of the nicest gentlemen I can see as a professional, and people love you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I'm a humble kid. I come from a very humble background. I come from a small farming background in England. Do you know what I mean? I'm out enjoying myself. I'm out fighting in America now. This is my dream. As a kid to have started boxing at 10, and now I'm out, fighting in Miami and places like that. It's a dream come true. It really is.
So, and you are coming to this, to BKFC to fight for the championship belt versus Luis Palomino. Luis coming up. I want to be in the middle. I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to pick a side because I'm a professional, but it's coming very vocal, to start to, let's say, like, to build this fight. Both of you want to build this fight. You want to people pay attention to this fight.
Yeah, I think it's just two testosterone fueled fighters. I think we're at the end of the day, there's a lot of pride on the line. He's got to defend himself in his hometown, and I'm coming all the way from the other side of the world to dethrone the champ. So there's a lot of pride on the line for this fight. Yeah, I know it's going to get heated. I know it's going to get heated. I think probably deep down, Palomino respects me as a fighter. I know that, you know, if he's done his research, he must respect me as a fighter. But yeah, it's gonna get heated. I know that. I'm still coming on my own, and I'll deal with things.
Yeah, and as I said, so the people, the fans from the sport, from the bare knuckle fight in general, obviously they follow you, and you have your own fan base also here in the United States and this side of the water, yeah. So you will have your support fan there in the stadium, in the Hard Rock Cafe. So I hope and I believe this time it's going to be audience, yeah, in this stadium. There's going to be a lot of people there, and but how do you feel to coming in a different country to compete for this belt?
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I'm a full on adrenaline junkie. I like taking these big risks. I thrive in these big these, you know, these risky situations. And, you know, like I say, I'm going to be the only person, you know, of my team out there fighting for this world title, but I'm going to thrive on it, and I'm going to take it at both hands. It's such a big opportunity on such a big show. You know, I've been training accordingly to it. You know, I'm in superb shape now. So what, we got another 5 weeks. Yeah, it's this is going to be an insane fight.
That's great. We will be there. We will be covering. So I hope Bernie, if you're watching this video live, and don't forget to put my credentials there. So I will be covering and talking with all of you, and I have the opportunity to see you after the victory. Can make an interview to you, my friend. So I know you're tired, but just I want to touch faster because I want the people watch it. I watched 2 times this documentary. It's fantastic, and also the documentary was released in 2020. The name is Unbroken, and it's about bare knuckle boxing in England. It's following your career on the way to the featherweight champion belt, and it's, as I say, it's directed by Will Knott. So when you decide to do this documentary?
It come up, it come up about 2 years ago, the idea, and yeah, it was just something that, you know, we felt it obviously never been sort of documented. The build up to a bare knuckle world title fight, and at the time I was in a relationship with an adult actress from the UK, so it was interesting. It was an interesting little life we had going, and then yeah, obviously followed me to the fight. You know, it was from my point of view, it was quite I remember thinking on the night, this is a hell of a risk I'm taking, you know, against a guy like Sean George, who had been a world champion before. There could forever be a documentary of me getting knocked out and losing. You know what I mean? It was as easy as that. So, yeah, again, you know, I took the risk, and it paid off. It's come out in a beautiful documentary that I can have for the rest of my life, winning a bare knuckle title.
And also is nominated for the WEBBY Awards. So it's still competing for the nomination.
I'm not really sure, to be honest. Because of COVID, I mean, they were sort of saying if you got nominated before, they're having the award ceremonies in New York and stuff like that. So, but because of COVID, I think it's a bit. I'm not sure what's happened, but even to be nominated for a WEBBY award, it's the best of the year. So, you know, it's obviously doing good things. I mean, it's hit well over 1 million views on YouTube in 4 months. So, yeah, I'm well happy with it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, and I think it should be picked up by something like Netflix or something like that, because I think it would be, you know, it'd be something that everyone would sit down and watch.
Yeah, I believe it's going to happen soon. I believe because I was watching, I was reading the comments of the people already watch it. It's very touchful because, and as I said, when I was talking about how humble, how good person you are, this part when you come and visit your old coach in boxing, it's amazing. It's amazing to see your old coach treating you as you are nobody here. I'm still telling you what to do.
Yeah. I mean, he's the guy that started it. You know, he's the guy that fueled the fire when I was 10 years old. So, you know, you'll see me when I'm fighting for the world title in Miami. You'll see Mick on the back of my shorts. So I always pay tribute to him. And I was lucky enough that night when I won the world BKB title to have him in my corner. And again, it's all documented in the documentary, and I can have that for the rest of my life. Yeah, because he's the man that started it, you know.
Right. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you can check on YouTube, is the documentary, the story of Taylor GOODJOHN, or Taylor El Tornado. How do you say El Tornado? I'm from Mexico, and I say El Tornado. El Tornado.
Yeah. Hey, you're Mexican, so you do it best.
El Tornado. That sounds good. But so yeah, I want the people watch this documentary. The name of the documentary is Unbroken, and it's a documentary about the bare knuckle boxing in England, and it's directed by Will Knott and by Peninsula Films. So watch the story, watch the documentary. It's very touchful, it's very inspirational, and show the guts and the bravery of Tyler Hart, yeah, to following to go to this title. My mate, I know it's late. You need to go and sleep. I appreciate it to give us your time. And as I say, you are so humble, and share your story, share about, I know you have more you can share with us, but the most important is to people download the application, is BKFC TV, and you can enjoy, if you cannot go to Miami, you can enjoy the pay-per-view event. The live event is in June 24th, you said? 26th, and BKFC TV. And it's in Miami and the Hard Rock Cafe Stadium, correct?
Yeah, Hard Rock Stadium, I think they were saying, yeah.
And Tyler is fighting versus Luis Palomino for the championship belt. And which division you are fighting?
It's 155 pounds, so I'm not sure what the weight division is called in BKFC.
I think it's the welterweight.
Yeah, welterweight. Yeah. So yeah, that's the weight that you know, I feel best at, and that I won in my country. So let's go again.
Yeah, let's get it. Wish you the best. Wish you the victory, because we are supporting here. My wife family is from Liverpool, so okay. So sure. I need to support the family, man. So wish you the best. Stay safe. Hope see you in Miami, and can talk with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler GOODJOHN, or Tyler El Tornado GOODJOHN, fighting on BKFC 18 and June 26 versus Luis Palomino. Check the BKFC TV app, download the app, and the big event, or the main event, is the heavyweight champion Joe Beltran, who is fighting there also for the championship, defending his championship. Tyler, going to sleep, dude. Going to sleep, my friend, and see you very, very soon. Thank you for chatting with us.
Bye-bye.